Let's start. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Beginners Competitors Podcast Corner. Today, we have a really special topic. We're going to talk about transformation, body transformation. And to do so, I have my special guest, Geneviève, with me. So let me give you a little introduction about Geneviève. So Geneviève has always been into fitness, from taking dance classes to even becoming a group fitness instructor such as Zoom in her early 30s. So it always been a passion of her to compete in the bodybuilding world, a world where mental and physical is beyond boundaries, showing friends and family that you can accomplish anything. So welcome, Geneviève. Welcome to the Beginners Competitors Corner.
Thank you.
And I also want to add to our viewers who are usually like new or interested or curious that let's talk about that transformation category. What is it?
Well, basically, it's a great category for anyone who's really interested in getting right into bodybuilding, but just have no clue. So it doesn't matter what stage you're at in your transformation. It's just a great category for people to say, hey, you know what? I'm ready to take on this new challenge. I'm ready to transform my body. So even if it's a one-time thing, which it can be for a lot, it's just to show everyone how hard, how dedicated you made yourself to make that transformation physically and mentally. It's just that's a great start for anybody who is interested in getting into bodybuilding. So, just like you said in my intro, I've been into fitness for a long time. It's always been in my life. But that category just gives you that taste, that little taste of what it's like to be in bodybuilding.
And it's a little bit less intimidating. Like if you want to make that little step and, keep a notch, another level, but you say, I don't really want to compete. I don't want to compare myself to anyone because this doesn't count towards points. Not all federations have that category. So you just have to do your research. But I think it's a great initiation in bodybuilding and also just for yourself. Right?
Yeah, it is honestly and you can be in the transformation category for a couple of times. Some are working extremely hard, to transform their body and they may not be right where they want to be, but it still gives you that opportunity to, really enjoy it and to show everybody that, hey, you know what, look at me, I'm praising myself. I want to show everybody that I did such a great job, and you get rewarded for it at the end as well. So like you said, it's not as intimidating. Everyone gets a congratulatory medal, possibly, something to congratulate you to say, hey, you did such a great job. Kudos to you for wanting to do this, to change your life. And this is our way of saying thank you. And this is our way of showing you appreciation and that we recognize you. We see you. We see that
you competed in the, it's a new community. It's the woman community of bodybuilding in Ottawa, right?
Yes. So that was pretty fun. It's very new. So, you have, anything that is new, you kind of start small, but it was a great experience. It was great to meet the other ladies, and the fact that they all had this passion. And Christine, who is the founder of WCBB here in Ottawa, she just has a great passion for it. And she wanted to showcase that there's a great community for women and that we should all come together and we should celebrate ourselves, celebrate each other. And just, by doing that, with putting in fitness, Yeah.
And this one is special. This federation is for women. Judges are women as well, right? And there's some coaching involved. So talk to us about that. Your prep was 12 weeks. and you won a contest, right?
So basically, yeah. So how I pretty much started off was that I've always had a passion for wanting to do this bodybuilding. I just had this calling, and I said, we hit lockdown, and I told myself, well, why wait? I wanted to do it before I turned 40, so that's in a couple of years.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
soon.
I was like, okay, why not just start? But I didn't know like how much work needed to be put into it. And so I was following a few people on Instagram, and this contest was put out there. And I thought, like, I'm not going to win it. But I had to push myself enough to say, you know what? This is my first step into getting into this world. So even if I don't win this, I put it out there that I want to do this. And lo and behold, I won this package that included entry into the category, transformation category, a coach, which includes like a meal and resistance training package, makeup, hair, tanning was all included. So it was like the best way to start. Like, I was so fortunate, so humble that I won this, and I pushed myself hard. So I had to do it within a 12-week span. So I did get 16 weeks altogether. So that included even transitioning back into
the reverse after the competition,
reverse,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, the reverse diet.
The reverse. So my last week was this week. So I did get 16 weeks, but within 12 weeks, I definitely pushed myself. And, it just shows you the transformation that I did.
Absolutely. So just because you do the transformation category doesn't mean that you're not going to be working hard. There's a different thing when you have like a show date and when you're training for a competition. It's another level. So tell me, what was the biggest like challenge? What have you overcame, or what have you learned during this path?
Oh, wow. I definitely learned, like, it's one thing to think that you're capable of doing something, but to actually see yourself doing it, and to, like, I overcame a lot of adversities. There was a lot of stuff going on in my life that could have prevented me from doing this. And I just persevered right through it. So it may not be for everyone, but it definitely, I wanted to test myself mentally. Physically I was able to do that just because that's just how I am. That's my mindset. But being able to put the two together, like, I definitely pushed myself beyond my limits. So this will definitely, if you need a challenge and you're not finding the right challenge in your life, this will test you for sure. Yeah.
And I think it's important to tell our viewers that you are actually a mother of 2 and a wife, and you had a new job as well while you were doing this prep during the pandemic.
Yeah. So I had just started a new job. And within the first 3 weeks, we had somebody leave at my job, and so therefore training for my position was non-existent. So I had to learn all of that by myself and do this whole training by and because the coach was not local, regardless, there was a time difference. So she's based out in Alberta. So, just those little things you have to put into perspective. Yes, I have 2 kids. They're old enough to understand what's going on, yet still young enough. They're both, my daughter is 11. So, it was and she helped me out with winning the package. So I really wanted to, she was in my video, and, she was like, my mom should win this because, she really wants to, and she pushes hard, and she wants to set an example. So, but yeah, so having 2 kids, I think anybody going through this pandemic, it's already a challenge as it is, but when you add all those other things, can be
Great.
but yeah, I did it.
Yeah, you should definitely be proud of yourself. Like when you set a goal and to
Yeah.
see you like, you know, challenge yourself and then go beyond what you think you could do. And it's just amazing feeling to get, right?
Yes, yes.
And tell us, like, if somebody's like curious or thinking about it, what would you say it's the biggest, greatest tip you would give someone who's interested in doing competition or transformation category? What would be the biggest tip you would give someone?
Yeah, and it's funny because I do have people after they saw what I was capable of doing, they're just like, yeah, this might be something. And I said, you know, don't underestimate yourself. And you have to be, there are times in life where you have to be selfish. You have to put yourself first to be able to give to others. And that it is so doable. And as the things in life, really, if you plan, it's really not that hard. If you plan your things out, it is so doable because especially as a parent, as a mother, it's so typical for us to, our brains never turn off. Right. And, when I talk to other mothers, I let them know, like, it is doable. It's so doable. You may not have the same struggles that I may have. You'll have your own struggles, but just know that if you have a great support system that is there for you, like I can be there for you to cheer you on, to get you going, to keep you on track. Like, if you have a great support system in place, then this is so doable. And the rewards afterwards are amazing.
I just want to bookmark what you said about the support system. And I know that we connected during your prep and sometimes you would like touch base. It's really important to have, your family support you, but also connect with other women who have been going through that or in the same process as you.
Exactly. You have to reach out to those. I can't tell you how, my circle of people surrounding this was so small before and I didn't know anything. And just to try and find information on it was so difficult. And now my circle is getting bigger and bigger. And it's a joy to be able to connect with people, honestly, that have the same mindset, or the type of mindset that you want to have, to be able to connect with those people. And it's a community that they will always uplift you. I've never had anybody like say anything negative, So you definitely want to be surrounded by those like-minded people.
Great. Awesome. And so tell us, after your competition, what was your post meal? What did you eat? How did you celebrate?
I had this plan from the get-go. I was like, this seems to be a really popular thing. So only a portion of it I was successful with. The rest I was like, I can't do it. I physically and mentally can't do it. But my post-show meal was the Works. So that is a burger joint here, very popular in Ottawa. So, if you're watching this and you're not from Ottawa, it's a popular burger joint that comes up with so many different types of seasonings and dressings.
What type of burger did you have there?
I had a bison burger. I was like, nothing else sounded interesting or healthy. I was already on a healthy kick that whole entire time. I thought, what will sit well in my stomach?
Yeah.
Because you're so depleted by the end. You're just like, I don't want anything where I'm going to look like I'm 6 months pregnant because that's so uncomfortable. But I had a bison burger. I had never tried a bison burger before. It was really good. It was bison with avocado and I think maybe Gouda cheese or goat cheese. So it was actually, out of all the burgers, it was probably like one of the healthier burgers. And then I ordered, I have a sweet tooth. So I was supposed to go to Oh So Good and get some cake. I didn't have time for that. And mentally I was like, I can't. But I did order some cookies from a local Black entrepreneur. So female entrepreneur. So I wanted to support local, female, and Black, which was very important. And we crossed paths at my workplace. My name is Jessica Million. So it's millions of cookies. That's her. So shout out. And she makes these like really decadent cookies. And I won't lie, I ordered a lot of cookies. I really supported her hard. And, but I was able to share those cookies with my friends and family because I couldn't eat them. I had
awesome.
Like 3.
Well, well, that's awesome. I had another question for you. For transformation, you still have to do posing, right?
Yes. So because I've always wanted to do bodybuilding, and we weren't sure with the coach, we weren't sure which category that I would gradually go into, how my body would transform. So we figured, okay, let's work on bikini. We'll go with transformation and then gradually move on to bikini. So we worked on bikini poses. So that's what I had practiced, was bikini poses. Now,
yeah, what's next after that? What's next after transformation?
Yeah, so now that I've done transformation and I have the taste for it, I already have my next competition set up. I'm going into wellness.
So for those who don't understand, the wellness category is between bikini and figure. So it's emphasis on the lower body. So definitely definition in the legs and the glutes.
That's right. So given how I was able to transform significantly. So I lost a lot of body fat. I was able to put on some muscle. So I have some definition, but we just noticed that my legs were just so thick. So I do have a lot of muscle in my legs, and bikini was just, it wouldn't have been the right category for me. So wellness, it is.
So sometimes people ask, like, how do you know which category? It's hard to tell until you're very lean, right?
Yes, exactly. And it's very important to get a coach for posing, for whatever category that you're in. Getting a coach to guide you and to get you lean for that particular category. And they're the ones that are capable of seeing what category you would fit in the best. And so,
and then of course you build. And then you build from there, right? That's what it's about bodybuilding, the beauty of so you're like me, like I just started from a weight loss, and then you see what your body looks like, and then you compete in that category. But then afterwards, you can choose how you want to build your body. And that's the beauty of bodybuilding. You sculpt.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, again, Geneviève, I just want to say congratulations on your transformation. Is there anything else you would like to say before we leave?
Just that, I think it's, you want to work on your body. You want to work on your mental health is so important. For me, a lot of people ask like the why. And sometimes you discover your why during the process. Your why can change during the process, but I'm very goal oriented. That's just how I think. And so working out keeps me sane. It decreases my stress levels. It keeps me focused. Anytime I'm doing exercise, that's the one thing I'm focusing on. My brain turns off for everything else. So if you're looking for something, if you know that exercise, any type of exercise, helps you with your mental health, your physical health, I find that it's really, really important. Especially in this day and age, the way that our society, we don't talk about health enough. We talk about, the quick fixes, and keep in mind, like everyone out there, like I pushed myself really hard. It's not for everyone. For most people, it takes a very longer period of time to achieve.
12 weeks is a pretty aggressive prep time. So usually it
Very,
would be 20 weeks if, 16 if you're starting from a good place, but 20 weeks if you're new a little bit, right?
yes. But just know that the process, just enjoy the process. There are days that are going to be up and down, but just enjoy it because, I listen to a lot of podcasts too on this, and, they just say, enjoy the process because you're only on stage for like a few seconds, to show everyone, hey, like, look what I did, but it's the process you need to enjoy. And yeah.
Sounds like caught the bug of bodybuilding. So I'm
Oh
so
yeah.
happy for you.
I wasn't
Welcome.
sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure at the beginning, but I knew I
Okay.
had a calling. I knew, there was something that was calling me and I had to scratch that itch. And, it's there. I've caught the bug. I knew I would enjoy it. I knew that I would excel in it. I just, sometimes when you think about yourself, like sometimes we're afraid to do things because
Right.
either we're afraid to fail or we're afraid to succeed, but we have to sacrifice a lot. And so that was my worry, was that I knew that I would succeed, but at what cost? And luckily, like my kids are a little older, I sit down with them. Like now I'm able to have dinner with them and enjoy life with them, but I'm getting ready to do my next prep for December. So I have to, sit down with them now that I know what it's like to go through the whole process. I'm able to organize myself a lot better. And, my family supports me. So that's the whole thing. Like, I know that I'm capable of doing it. It's something that I really enjoy. It's a matter of like, what are you willing to sacrifice? But I'm not willing to sacrifice my health so that I can provide for my family, because that's the most important. If I'm not healthy, how will I be able to provide for my family?
Well said. And this
Yeah.
is perfect words for us to end this podcast. So thank you so much, Geneviève. Thank you for
Thank
sharing your
you. Thank
story.
you. Oh, that was so awesome. I loved it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.
Yes. All right.
Bye.
Bye.